So this will be my last session for PYQ and in general my last TA session. So I will be completing the discussion for the September term PYQ session in today's lecture. We have completed till 15 questions of general term like paper. We will start from 16, which will be the September terms. So you can go on ahead with it.
Can you share the periodic length?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. This is the question. So, what would be the answer for this? This is the similar as what we have discussed as the first question for last PYQ. So, can anyone explain me what will be printed in as the output for this?
Can you show the previous page once?
Ah, yes.
So minus n is do not append a new line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, C is the correct answer for this. So, can you tell me how do you get to that?
So because we have not written minus e along with n, we are not actually taking the backslash character. Backslash n is the next line, but just
Yeah. This will be
I'm not clear. So what is the my? I thought it was B, not C.
okay.
Why?
So in this slide, this shows the minus n option will not append a new line, and minus e will enable the interpretation of the backslash escape characters, which is basically the new line character, all the horizontal tab character, all the
Okay, so there is no minus E given, so
E
it
given.
is taken. Okay.
Yeah, it will just print the regular strings without a new line. So the it will be interpreted as a standard string only. So a star, then a space, then again a star, then again the new line
Clear.
slash new line. Yeah.
Clear. Right.
All right. We'll move on to the next question then. So is everyone clear with the problem here? All right. And Vivek and Himatri gave the answer for this. So Vivek, can you explain why you chose A as the answer?
So he just wants to create a link to the pen drive. So a soft link is sufficient to create a link, right?
Yeah. So yes, the answer is A only. So Himadri, why did you choose B as the answer?
I'm just confused. Like, on what basis will we choose to create a soft link or a hard link?
Do you know the basic difference between soft link and a hard link?
So soft link is even if the file is, in this case, even if the pen drive is unmounted or uh, it gets deleted or something, the soft link won't work. But in the case of hard link, it will still be, you can still access the files indirectly. So that's why I choose the
Yeah,
second.
yeah, that line of thinking is same, but the question clearly mentions the pen drive is always mounted on his system. So basically, it is a part of his file system itself. So he just wanted it to reference it in his like in his home directory. So for to create a simple reference to that directory, we just use softlink. We are that the question didn't require it to have a like local copy of that pen drive.
But in this case, like how the question is structured, I can also answer either soft link or hard link. He just
Yeah,
wanted a link. So
yeah, like they can create either a soft link or a hard link, but like just for he wants to create a link to the directory just for referencing it, not for maintaining a local backup. So if it was a local backup, then it would have been that. So the answer is A, the soft link.
Can I ask what is the disadvantage in making a hard link, sir?
There's no disadvantages in making a hard link. The question just requires you the student just want to reference it, not a maintain. If you do that hard link, then it will just like when you will remove it, it will still access it, right? But the soft link will create a reference to that, a pointer to that only.
Actually, making a hard link will actually add a
Create
backup. Is it
backup.
going to be use
Yeah.
more memory than a soft link?
No, it will just refer to it. So it will create the two instances of it. So it will like also take more memory, and the student just want the question just wanted it to refer it.
Okay.
So the main purpose of this question is to check the student was just referring it, not creating a offline backup of that, a local backup of that. Is it clear with everyone? So then we can move on to the next one.
Yes.
Yeah. So can anyone explain what this will do? You can either choose VI editor or the Emacs one. We'll go with the VI editor one. So if you can answer.
What does dollar do in PI?
Dollar will go to the last line.
I thought that was capital G. No?
Sorry, the last character of that line. Wait, I'll show this
Okay, okay.
in action.
Mhm.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm opening this file one. So this is our file. All right. So what was the first thing that it did to capital G to go to the last line? Then capital G, basically you just have to remember the like the command for them. So dollar is to get to the last character of that line. Then V for entering into the visual mode. Basically whatever you copy paste select. So and you just go what it was. Just a moment.
GG. So that's it.
GG,
Start of
GG,
the.
yeah. So you type GG to go to the start of the line. Then 0 is for to going to the first character of that particular line. And then Y is for copying the contents that you have just selected using visual mode. So you do Y, and then you do capital G to go to the last line, and then just paste it.
Okay. Copy the whole paragraph. Right.
Yeah. Basically, you are creating two versions of that
Sir,
exact
can you just do that GG again? I want get
G. Yeah,
that's
GG to
small
get to
g.
the
Okay, it'll come to the
first line,
but not the first character. You'll just go to
not necessarily the first character. To get to
okay.
the first character, you need to use 0. To get to the
Zero.
last, you use dollar.
Dollar. Right. Okay.
Capital G is for last line. GG is to getting to the top of the line.
Line. Okay. Clear, sir.
Is this clear with everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, basically it will create two copies of the initial document. So D is the correct answer. This for this question, I'd suggest you to, if you have your local system connected, you can type this out and check it for yourself. Then, if you have any doubts, then like I'll explain this thing line by line after that. First, you go through this yourself.
Is $2 for the standard error? Or
I'm sorry. What?
so dollar, not dollar. Ampersand one is for is the first string, the standard output. What is ampersand two?
Wait. See, we are just that part. What it is doing is to one and then greater than one means that it will redirect
The
the
part
standard input. All right, and
input or
the standard whatever. Oh, sorry, the standard output of that echo command, and then it will end to, and it will store it as a standard error at the two.
add to is error.
Uh, Basically, it will store the output of that command as a standard error. So, can anyone explain me how does this command work exactly?
Sir, can I try?
Yeah, Vishal.
Sir, so file 1 has some contents. It's acting as the input for the while command.
Yes.
We are reading every line of that. So we are printing every line and the output of every line as error to
Mm-hmm.
file 2.
To file two. Okay.
And then we are piping it with, to the T command, which takes in input. I mean, there's no input from file 2, no, sir.
No, there's no input.
Right. So T command here, basically, I don't think it does anything.
Okay.
That's what I understood.
Okay. So, anyone else want to tell what might be going on?
I think none of the options match according to what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So
So what?
giving,
Yeah.
yeah, we are giving file one as the input to the while loop.
Yeah.
We're reading every line, and every line that we are reading, we are redirecting it to the standard error.
Yeah.
Then, so there is no actual output to this whole while loop. So file two should be empty. And
Okay.
so then we are piping it to the T file three. So
Yeah.
we are basically giving nothing to the T file three. So
Okay.
nothing should be printed and nothing should be saved in file three is what I'm thinking.
What is in file 1 should be printed on the terminal, but nothing will be stored in file 1 and 2 and 3.
Yes. How did you get to that?
Because T will give you the standard, it'll give you both. It'll save also and put it on the terminal.
Yeah.
But since I'm doing and 2, so I'm basically not putting anything, I'm not storing anything, but I'm printing it on the terminal. So
Okay.
T does both,
Yeah.
right? So file 2 has nothing.
Okay. So, okay, like I'll explain this then. See, what is going on here? It is reading line by line. All right. What does one greater than 9% two is doing? It is treating the output of the echo command as a error. It will interpret as a. It will store it as an error. So, but the output will be printed. See, even or whatever the error or the output, it gets printed onto your terminal, right?
Sir, if there is any error only then it is printed. No, sir, here
Yeah.
Here there is no error. I mean, this command is exiting with actually exit code 1.
Exit code 0. 0 is for successful execution.
And that output of that we are sending it, we are treating it as the error code.
Wait, I'll share this. Wait. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we have this our file one, right? Uh, okay. So we are looping through it while read line. What we are doing, we are just echoing the line, and we are just doing that in file one. All right, that is like our basic thing that we do with our while loop. All right, is this
Right.
clear?
Right. Clear,
And
sir.
if we want to redirect its output, we redirect it to suppose we want to redirect it to test, and we just see the test file. We have the output of it in that file. It's redirected. Is it clear till now?
Right. Clear. Clear, sir.
Okay. So we have done this. Now what this question did was to redirect the standard output. $1 is for the standard. This one greater than or simple greater than is for redirecting of the standard output, right?
Right.
Okay. So we are interpreting as the standard error. Okay. But
Yes.
see, even then it will be printed.
So file 2 will have some content.
No, 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 no. See, it is printing everything in the file one. That is the whole thing of till this part. We are not redirecting anything to anywhere right now. We what this is doing, it is just printing the whatever the echo command is printing, just interpreting as an error, not as a like the normal standard output.
If we remove this one greater than, it will
No, no,
still get printed because we are doing it.
Yeah.
wait.
If you
It
remove
won't.
one, it'll still get, and if you remove
No,
one and put and two, it'll still get
yeah,
printed.
one or normal greater than is same.
Same, right?
Just to redirect the standard output of that. It is
Rather than getting printed as an output, it is getting printed as an error.
as an error. See, so now the next part comes in. If we suppose we are redirecting the whole output of this command which we have done till now to a file, what we did at a test file. All right, the everything was printed onto our terminal, but if I were to do that cat test, it has nothing. We have that file ls minus l test. We have that file that was created just now, but it has nothing in it because the whatever it printed, it was interpreted as an error. Or and what the redirection this redirection does is to print the standard output of that, not the standard error.
So I have one question.
Yeah,
If instead of one we had put two greater than, then test would get the error. Then it will be printed in the.
yeah.
Okay. Right.
Let's test.
Right.
So here what we did, we are just redirecting. So what does this test file has? What does this test file has? Nothing. So nothing got in like inserted, but it got created. Okay, so whatever is this here in this test 2 file will also have nothing in it. Test 2 will also have nothing in it. So basically these two files are having nothing, but the contents of the file one are getting printed.
So it has nothing to do with the T command of
Yeah,
printing. Okay.
basically this has no relevance.
Relevance. Okay.
It has
So I
relevance.
got it wrong actually. I got it right,
Yeah,
but it was wrong.
yeah, the logic was wrong,
Wrong.
but the answer was correct. Basically, this what it is doing, it is interpreting the output. The main work of this question is to do with your understanding of your redirection. How does redirection work? So this will interpret the a standard output of that command as a standard error, and it will not append anything in here because this appends only the standard output.
This is printing because of the echo dot line.
Yeah, it is printing because of echo dot line, but the print, whatever it is getting printed, is not as interpreted as standard output because of this redirection.
So why is it getting printed?
Because like even the standard error gets printed, right, to your out to your monitor, to your terminal. Standard error and standard output both get printed, but whatever be the output of that command and what is the error will interpret it separately. For the interpretation of normal like the output, we use the redirection as single, greater than or with one in front of it.
Yeah, or two for the error.
Two for the error. Yeah. Is this clear? All right. So what would be the answer for this?
This is C, right?
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to the next question.
So this is MSQ, sir.
No, this is MCQ only.
So the third one seems right.
Yeah. Can you tell me how?
We're just back referencing the same character again since they want it to have be continuously, I mean
Three
consecutive.
times. Consecutive. Yeah. The answer is correct. So is this clear with everyone? We are grouping the first character anywhere because see, the question is to match a string that contains at least a character repeated three times. So it does not means that it should have only starting or ending with thus the three characters and that too repeatedly. But this requires anywhere in the content. If it has three consecutive same characters, then it will be matched. So we are
But it is not given same. Actually, this will print, give the same character, match the same character three
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah. That's what it's saying. Match the same character consecutively three times.
Okay.
Choose the regular expression to match a string that contains at least a character repeated three times
Repair.
consecutively.
Okay. Right. Right.
So we are not the dot star ones will not be correct because it will have anything in between.
Right.
So is this clear with everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. So can anyone tell me what does this set script doing?
It so n you're saying appends the next line to the pattern space.
Yes.
So every line where if I put n, it'll append the next line.
Yeah.
So we are appending two lines three lines, right?
Yeah.
And this s slash n will that means every new line will be given. So it actually breaks up a line. So if you have what does the given, then what will come in one line, does will come in one line, the will come in one line. That's what the last one does.
Yeah. So how many lines will be there at the end?
1, 2, 3.
You can try it out in your terminal and check for yourself as well while
Yes,
solving.
sir.
Yeah.
So is A the right one?
How can you explain?
So let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, sir.
Yeah.
First command will merge 2 and 1.
Yeah.
So and the next n command will merge 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And one more n will merge 5 and 6. So
Okay.
every two consecutive lines to a single line is merged by the n command, and after that the final substitute command merges all the lines, sir.
Like that is the thing with the and what you're saying merge every two consecutive line, that what is the single n command does, but here we are using n thrice.
Uh,
So we see the first get wait, I'll like anyone wants to try, then I will just explain it using my terminal.
It's just merging every line.
uh,
Everything is coming in one.
I'm sorry, Madhuri.
Everything is coming in one line when I'm running it on a text file.
Yeah, but how many lines do you have in your file?
so at the end of every
Two.
line there is one slash n, sir, and we remove that. So every single line, every line is matched as one single line.
Yeah, I wait, I'll just show you.
So for 6 lines, now I'm getting 3 lines if I run this command.
Mm, okay, so we have this file one, right? Okay, this file.
It's
All right.
merging 4 lines.
uh I'm sorry.
Merging 4 lines.
Yes. So what it is basically doing, it will get n The first line, I will be like appending it in the same line using this uh, semicolon at the end. We are using, if we just do this and search for a new line character and replace it with nothing, and this our test one file, file. Yeah. So, and what was the output for our file one? It was this. All right, we had a single n. What it did, it get to the second line and appended it and remove the new line character from it. That's why it ran and made the two lines append together. Is the behavior of single n clear?
So single n
Okay.
is
Sorry. Yeah.
just
Not
yeah, it
clear, sir.
appends
Can
the
you just
next line to the
print
same
single
line.
and
Single n in itself will not do anything. You have to, it will append the line to the pattern space, but it will not do anything. If you, whatever you want to do with it, you have to do. Suppose you want to change the space with say a like minus character globally, so it will do that.
So we need something to match it to.
Hmm. So
So
basically, it will append the second line to the first line that it matched. That both of the line will be processed simultaneously. What is the that is the like the meaning of that capital N, and whatever operations we want to do. Suppose here if we wanted to change the new line character with null. So here we changed it and it got appended in the same line. All right.
sir, but this should happen to all the lines, no, sir.
No, no, no. It will only happen for the first line it matches. It will just do it once and then move on.
So that is exclusively done only once.
Yeah.
But
For
if
the
that is
first,
done there,
yeah.
all the slash and all it will merge all the lines.
Yeah. If you want to do the second time, then it will be, then do it again for the n. Then it will append the second line as well. Well, like the first line always will be there. The second line is there, and then the third line is there. Is it clear?
oh, now you've done it twice, so we are getting the
So what
we
will
are
be
just getting a part of the okay. Every full stop is considered as a line.
Yeah, wait, I'll just show you the cat file one. This is our file.
Okay.
Wait, I'll just make it again. This is line 1, line 2, line 3. And then line 4.
How many elements are there in A intersection? Is the number of solutions to this equation?
Oh, wait, I'll just add more. Just 4 lines, 9, 5, 6, 9, 7.
There are two groups. What are they? Can someone help me tell me?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's clear. Right. Okay.
Basically, yes, it will go on for 2 lines. I'm sorry I did that for the first line, but it will first get the first line, append the next line to the pattern space, does this operation, and then move on to the next line. Then again, in the line 3, it appends the line 4 to the pattern space, does the operation, and then move on to the next line.
so one small question.
Yeah,
That's the operation.
yeah.
There is no that slash and character is not present at the end of the current line.
Yeah, basically it will be like the default, it will go to the next line. This will explicitly just remove the new line character between those 2 lines.
But since that character is not there, I mean that is the character that tells us that we are supposed to print the second. I mean, print the next, move on to the next line, right?
Yeah.
But since that is not there, the even the lines at the bottom will merge, and the next line will merge to the first line, no, sir.
No, 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 no. You're saying that after doing this operation, there won't be any new line character at the end. Then how does it know that we are going to the line 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically, this whole file is like one line. Basically it's line by line, right? File one. It already has a new line character at every line. What
Yes.
this will do, this will just append these two and then remove whatever the thing that was in between them, and then it will process to the next line, next thing.
So
This
it
will
is
this way.
not the line.
Huh? Basically in between. This will do the process of two lines together, and then it will move on to the third line, and then it will do the process again with the next two lines, then again with the next two lines.
Yes,
That
sir.
is the case with the normal line. So it will automatically know that we have done the processing of this two lines, then we have to move on to the third line.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear? This single n part. Then we did this for 2n. We are just now doing it again. So at the same time, three lines will be considered. It will first append the second line, cat file 1. It will first append the second line into the pattern space. Then again the n is given. Then it will again append the third line. It will go to the next line and append it to the pattern space, remove the new line character, and then print it. So this will be printed. Then after processing of the three lines, it will go again to the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and then to the seventh, eighth, ninth, whatever follows after that.
No, this I didn't. When you put two n's, capital N's,
Yeah,
why didn't line 3 dot line 4 get appended? It should be
because
four.
see, it processes just these two lines at the start. It has not completed. It said works line by line, right? So
Right.
we are processing the line 1 first. All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
sad enters into the file and get to the line 1, and it shows it sees the command capital N, then it appends the next line to the pattern space. All right. Then again it does the then
Clear, sir. Clear.
again.
Right.
So it is already there. The whole thing is already there.
Right, sir.
So it has not, the script has not done executing. If we were to pipe this outcome to another script and try to do that, then it will do that same thing.
Right. So you'll get two lines now if you do 3 times n.
Yeah. If you no, we will get 4 lines now. It will get the first line, then again it will get the second. It will get the first line. By default, it will get the first line. Then the n will show. It will get the second line. Then the second n, it will get the third line. Then the third n, it will get the fourth line.
Right.
And append it all everything to the same pattern space, does the operation, and then move on to the next line. Now there are only 7 lines in our file, so it didn't do anything here. If I were to change it, vim file 1, and just at the end I'll just add line 8. Yeah, now all these 4 lines. Is this clear now?
Clear,
When
sir.
we are doing the operation of changing the \n to nothing, what
Huh.
exactly is happening? Because when we are doing the capital N, the line is automatically appended in the same line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Then
same.
what is the last operation to it?
what it is doing basically, if we do not do like it is the pattern space, it will be by default the pattern space is just the line one, right? What n is doing, it is just to append in the pattern space. Pattern space is just what we are matching in our with our set script, and in that pattern space these two lines are different with a new line character. These are two separated by a new line character, and we are targeting that new line character and removing it with nothing, so it will just basically be concatenated.
So for every time that n is called, this substitution will also happen.
No, it will only happen after the preceding things are done executing. First the n, then the second n, then the third n. First taking all the lines that are there, first appending every line in the pattern space, and then doing the operation. So if I were to remove G, then it will just remove the first part. It will just remove. See, it will match only the first instance of new line and then remove it, right? So the whatever we did with this two ends, it means nothing. It matched to the pattern space, but it did nothing. The new line character only matched once and got replaced. With global, we are removing every instance of new line character that is there in that particular pattern. Is this clear what I did right now? By removing G, how the output got different?
Yes.
Can you
Basically,
explain it again? I'm not too clear. By
yeah.
removing G, what happened?
G means the
Global.
global. So even like without G, it will just match the first instance of that pattern and done with that line. Then it will move to the next line. All right. But
Okay.
here we are appending three lines together, like that three next three lines. We already have one line and we are appending next three lines. So basically we have four lines in a single pattern,
Right.
and we are just removing the first instance of new line character, and after that nothing, we are doing nothing with the next characters. So the next line 3 and line 4 were
Clear, sir.
in the next.
Clear, sir.
Yeah. And what this G did, it is to replace everything. Is this clear with everyone now?
Yes.
All right.
Can this was a tough one, sir.
Yeah. This like wants just this tells you to like this tests you to your understanding of that n. How does n work exactly?
So this session is not being recorded, sir.
This is being recorded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's draw the DNS system quickly. So let's
So option B.
Okay. Anyone else?
from B. Okay. J or T.
Should be okay.
From B.
Yeah,
Can you
it's,
explain?
option B only, right? Sir?
Okay. So can you explain how will this work?
We are storing every line in a array.
Yeah.
Every time we get another hit of it, we increment it.
Yeah.
Increment the value of that particular
Yeah.
value. When it's equal to 3, we print.
Okay. So how this will print repeated if it is exactly thrice? Wait, I'll show you a scenario.
Already explored here. We go back to B. From B, we go back to A. From A, we have explored B. Now we explore C.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we are doing is to first let us just print it. Print everything. This is our content of our file, right? We are appending our $0 in an array. All right. And then once it is done, then not once it is done, it will see the this block will execute first, and then this execute, then this will block will execute, then it will go to the next line. Is this part clear? Wait, I'll show.
These are all action blocks, sir.
Yeah, these are all the action blocks. I'm printing this twice. I'm using this action block twice. So this will first it will print, and then the second action block will be executed, and it will print it twice. The same will happen for line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5 up to line 8. Is this clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So what in the first section block, what we are doing, we are just making an array of our whole record and
Every record. Yeah.
every record and incrementing. If there is same line, then it will print it. Wait, I'll show you the contents of my file too. See, we have this file too, in which we have line that are repeated. So the counter will increase if it hits the same thing in that array. Is this clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So we'll just process this. We will just process file 2. This is our content of our file 2. Okay. We are maintaining an array for the entire record and appending it. And let me just print everything. For I in array, just print I array I.
We are only interested in the processes that's happening.
Okay, wait. We have to do it in the end block.
How many are there?
End block, right?
Yeah.
Or after that?
Right. Is this clear? We have the one empty line. I'll just remove it. The end is one empty.
Those who got answer, you'll get this.
So this is our content of a line. That line thing is repeated 3 times. Hey word is repeated 4 times, and these are all the things that it will repeat. All right. Is the content of the array clear?
Yes.
So what we are checking as a condition is the array. If the $0, that value of that array is equals to 3, then we want to print that. So ideally, what should be printed? Just the line
3 and line that.
3 and line that. All right. But why is this everything also getting maybe? I'll just print and print $0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those who got 3 and the answer, your approach the question is.
So can anyone explain me why this is not getting incremented? And why even the lines that are having multiple occurrences, more than 3 occurrences, are getting printed, are
So
getting
line
So
by
lines like hey which are coming 4 times at one time, they did come the third time. That is the
yeah,
time they got printed.
yeah, exactly that. See, because the execution is not done after the thing is completed. It is getting done once it hits the value 3, then it will print. It doesn't matter if it has more occurrences than 3. It should have at least 3 occurrences to print this.
So if this was in the end block, it will properly print.
Yeah.
This everything
Yeah.
is on single action block. That's why, no, sir.
Yeah. So basically, we are processing a line. This will be processed first, and then this will be processed simultaneously second time. So this will be checked every time as the content of array increments.
It's clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
But these are very trick questions, sir.
Yeah.
We can expect these kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Alright.
whatever option is the most obvious
Yeah.
one, it is definitely not the right answer.
Like it is not that it is not always that case as well. So wait, I'll just share again. So yes, what would be the answer for this?
More than thrice.
3 or more.
Three or more. Yes. Right. We'll move on to the next one then.
So I have one question before you.
Yeah.
This recording of last 2 days also you were doing this.
Yeah. The recording is there. Even the mail was forwarded to you for that recording,
Okay.
and it is available on Discourse and the resources and important links.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Next slide.
Yes. So I'll highly recommend you to like try try the options out in your local terminal. The output for that stat command is given to you.
Is it C?
Yes, all right. Anyone else?
Can you go to the previous slide for 1 second?
Yeah.
See the output required. Okay, yeah, C.
Sir, only in the C option we are actually renaming the file.
C.
Yeah.
All the other options there is no underscore also.
Yeah.
Yeah, underscore.
So like, can you go through the first two lines as well? How does the manipulation works? The answer is correct. See, obviously, because like it's just like with the presence of mind, you can do that. But how does the temp file actually getting created? Can anyone explain?
So 2 percentages means you
It
have
will
to take
remove.
it from the end,
Yeah,
from the
no,
last.
every occurrence, and from
Every
the
occurrence.
yeah
Okay.
from
So
the end
yeah,
every occurrence.
from the end every occurrence. Right. So that will give me Dot.
I'm sorry, what does the 2% symbol do?
What it is doing, it is matching the last dot in our, see the sample output for the stat command. It is matching that last dot and removing everything. It is basically removing everything after that dot, including that dot.
Right. So I'll get
This is,
I'll
yeah,
get
The start.
2022-10-20 and 145258
yeah,
from the first line.
yeah.
Right. Then
So,
I am
yeah, yeah, go on ahead.
Then we are changing the space to
C.
the letter T.
C.
Yeah,
Right. You're substituting. Right.
yes. So
Space.
please remember that this is the best syntax and this is not same as regular expressions. So don't get confused with that. All
Another
right.
thing, the first line, when we are removing everything, so like in which part we are specifying that we want to remove everything after the.
After the
Is
dot,
it
see the
the start?
star is after that dot, right? If it is was front of
Yes.
that dot, then it would have removed everything front of that.
Then you put hash, right?
Yeah, yeah. For that front, you have to put hash hash.
So can you explain that one, sir? Because one single hash and two single hashes,
Oh
they have
wait,
different meaning.
wait.
1% and 2%. They also have different meaning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. Wait, I'll just share my screen. So basically, the command was that stat command, right? I'll just see that stat minus c, stat minus c minus small w, percentage small w. This was our output, and we are storing in this where this command, and we are just echo dollar where. All right, this is clear, right? So we want to get everything. Uh, we want to remove everything that is after that dot. All right. If we were to remove that thing without in front of that, we just put hash. Hash will start the whatever they start and remove everything before that dot, including that dot. So everything after that was printed. And if you want to get like just what we did in our question, remove everything after that dot and get that date and timestamp, and we did this.
So here, the dot is the placeholder.
Yeah, dot is just for checking. Like this is not the any character there. This is literal dot. If I were to do this with suppose I don't like the five character five, then everything after that five, the first first instance of five was removed, including that.
How can we preserve the dot or the file?
You just reference it after that.
But if you put single percentage and 5, then it'll give you from this. It'll give that 4, 5. Yeah.
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 Just the last instance of that.
Last itself. Right.
All right. Is this clear? And whatever we did that after removing everything, we did the replacement part, right? So I'll just pipe it. I'll not pipe it. I'll
You
just
can do this to get this. It can also be done by offsetting, and
Cut
I
command.
can offset by.
yeah. You can offset it.
Okay.
With cut command, you can also get it. You just do the delimiter as dot and get the first field.
So
Right.
can you tell me that offset?
That offset thing with I'll open up that slide. Wait.
So even if you do it this way, you just take four.
Is my screen visible?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Basically, this is in your week 2. So go through with this shell variable manipulation, and you will be able to get it. Basically, you're just setting an offset and then slicing whatever part you want from it.
You start from the fifth one.
Display a 4 character of the string value. In this example, display the 4 characters of the string value of the variable myWhere, skipping the first 5 characters. That is our offset.
After the fifth character, the four characters. will be-
4 characters will only 4 characters will be printed.
So if you use minus in front of 4, after 5 characters, I mean, will it work, sir?
Minus referencing. Wait, I'll check it. I never used it myself. So we are. Wait, I'll share that part. We all have the note these slides, right? I'll share it again.
These are the same lecture slides, no, sir?
Yeah, the same lecture slides only.
4 is the length, so that cannot be negative. But if you put minus in front of 5, it will start from the last 5 characters and then go 4 characters in front.
In front. We are. Skipping the first 5 characters and then do that, like he said, minus in front of 5. Okay, I did my thing.
To give a space before minus 5.
Yeah. So basically, it does that.
So yeah, quite sometimes.
All right. Is this clear? We move on to the next question.
B seems right, sir.
All right. Anyone else?
Every month, it's BA only is right, sir.
No, this is in IST, International Standard Time. It's 9 p.m., so 21.
Yeah. Can you explain?
So 21 means 9 p.m.
Yeah.
The second, since it's in the second English, it represents the hours.
Hmm.
For day, we do it for every day.
Hmm.
1 to 6 is the range for January to June.
Yes.
Yeah. 3 to 5 every day. One to five is a Monday to Friday, sir.
Yeah, that weekdays.
weekdays.
Yeah.
This will print at 9 p.m. This will run the script at that time,
Yeah.
and 22 is 10 p.m.
Yes.
from same 7 to 12, that is from July through December, same Monday to Friday.
Yes. D is the correct option. So, is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay, so
Sir, the lines in the
Yeah.
files, it will, the last part of that will contain the name of the file also, sir.
Yes. So, can you explain this question?
I'm a bit lost, sir.
Question is clear, sir, but I don't. I'm lost in the question. Is
Yeah.
that all the she's got backup files in all the in a directory called files. Now you want to retrieve the from the directory files, so you have to copy it from the files directory. So that's clear,
Yeah.
and
Basically,
it should be, it contains the absolute path to the config files.
yeah. So it should just get the file name at the end.
Right.
Basically, the backup directory shall there in the backup directory that it has all the configuration file and along with one file named files. So in that, suppose you have a directory with all your configuration files and an extra one file that contains all the absolute of path of that config files, and each line has that absolute path, one path per line.
So basically, everything that we need is in the files directory. The name of the config files and their location
Yeah,
also.
location of that. Locations are stored in a file, names files, and in that file we have in on each line we have a directory, that absolute path on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this question says that you have to assume that the backup directory just have the files, not entire directories.
Right.
Okay,
So
so which script will restore all her files to their location?
B seems right because I think
Okay.
it's removing all the first components of, I mean, until the last slash,
Yeah,
and so that will give us the file name.
yeah.
And since we are copying that file to a direct, I mean, the dollar file will have the line, that,
What will the file will have?
the absolute path of the
File.
file.
Yeah. So B is the correct answer, and your explanation is correct.
Can you re-explain it, sir? Why
Basically,
not C?
yeah. So you get the in the B option, you get the whatever we are doing with the variable manipulation. We are just removing everything before the last black back slash,
Right.
and we are getting just the file name from that.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
And that is present in our current directory, so we are referring it with as dot slash. All right, so we are,
Okay, clear, clear, sir. Oh, clear,
So
sir.
everything in front of the last slash is removed because
yeah,
it's hash hash.
yeah,
Hash, hash, right, right.
hash, hash. Yes.
Sir,
Okay, and
can you also
we
tell
are
us
referring,
more of
I'm sorry, what, Vishal?
can you explain all the other options also, sir?
Yeah, basically this is a multiple select question, so there is also one other correct answer. So please go through it again.
Is D correct?
Can you explain me how?
It's reading each line from the cat files. That file is a line, and it's taking the output of dollar file, which is the absolute path. It's copying. I mean, sorry, it's copying the dollar file, and
What will the dollar file variable have?
that will basically contain the absolute path. So it
The
should
actual
copy
path.
it. Yeah,
But that is not exactly what we are copying,
that's not
right?
what you want to copy. You want to
Yeah.
copy the file, which
File
is the
name.
backup one. Yeah, file name.
I think C is also one proper option.
Okay, so can you explain how? That is
One
correct, but can you explain how?
one way how I found it was the same. The absolute we need to final thing should be the absolute path. So dollar file in the place,
Yeah,
which is not in A and D.
yeah.
I
So basically, yeah, to tell
couldn't figure out what is happening in the first part.
how it is getting the file name.
So it's matching, no sir. It's a
Yeah,
The double slash is for substitution, right?
yeah.
uh, this is shell variable substitution.
No, yeah, it's shell variable substitution.
I'm still clueless what's happening over there.
Wait, I'll share my screen and explain.
So I think we're substituting everything that is before a slash to nothing. So only the file name doesn't have a slash before.
Yeah, that is correct. Right, I'll just share it here. Suppose we have this dir variable that has the slash home slash user slash file name folder file. All right, we have this variable. All right, if we just do echo dollar dir, it will have that. Now we are extracting. Now we want to in the what the first part was doing is to removing everything that was before the last hash. So we got the file name that way. Well, it was clear with everyone, right? So what we are doing the self shell variable substitution here, and here we will write our pattern that that is to be matched. So what we are matching exactly, we want to match that slash and everything before that slash.
So here we don't need that escape character, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to that.
So
So
you'll have to put the star after that second slash.
uh, yeah. I'm telling just a minute. So what it is doing basically, this is search and replace. All right. So if I were to search with F character and replace it with 5 character, this will do that. And with only with once, it will do once. Suppose if we want to replace every instance of it, we have two Fs here. We will do double slash. All right.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear till now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now we want to get every instance of this slash and remove it. We want to remove this whole part, right? So we will match every instance. So with this double slash will match every instance of what it should match slash. So basically, this is matching every instance of what character slash, but slash is being interpreted as our normal, like the variable, like what we are using it for. So we have to escape it. Is it clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are basically replacing every here we are basically, suppose we are were to just to replace the one instance of forward slash. Okay, so this will just remove the first instance of it, but we want to remove every instance of it, so we will just put it again. So now we will have this whole thing, this whole blob of text without it, and we also want to match everything before that slash, right? So
Yes,
we'll
sir.
just put star to match everything. That is same for like in bash variables and in like in regular expression, that is same. Star is for matching everything. It's a wildcard, and then it will just remove it. Basically, this part is matching the slash part. We are trying to search for slash, and we are escaping that because we want to interpret the literal slash. We are getting everything before that slash. This is our matching part, and we are replacing, since we didn't put anything in after that, we are replacing it with nothing, and double slash is for every instance of that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is this clear?
Clear,
Yes.
sir.
All right. So what all will be the answers for this?
B and C.
Yeah.
Oh, so can you go back 1 minute?
Yeah.
First one? Can,
Basically, it is trying to match like the colon, but colon is not even present in there.
in the first one, sir?
Yeah, in the first A option, right?
Colon.
The replacement part, what it is trying to copy and like we are copying that file, dollar file, we are matching everything and replacing it with nothing. Basically, nothing will be printed.
Okay. Yes, sir. And the fourth one? Fourth one.
Fourth one, the we are copying the entire absolute path. So whatever we are copying is it's in itself is wrong.
Yes, sir.
So if this were same as B option, then it would have been correct.
Yes, sir.
Can we move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
This is again a multiple select question. All right.
That's empty line, start and
Ending. Yeah.
Is it F also?
Yeah.
So how is it four consecutive number?
It would be a line without a dot, right?
Sorry.
The third one will be for a line without a dot, right? We are not negating the dot in the brackets.
It will not. It will not start with a dot.
Okay,
The
it means
line
it will
that
not
will
start with a dot.
start
Okay,
with a dot.
but it can have a dot.
Uh-huh. So the negation of dot inside the square bracket will just negate the possibility of a dot, and
So
then yeah,
yeah, so we can so we cannot say the last option, right?
yeah. Last option is right.
How it will be right? Because it says it won't be a dot at first, but we are not sure now there will be any dot inside because it's negating the dot in the starting, right?
Yeah. So the last one is not correct, right?
Yeah. Second last.
A line without a dot. Now without a dot, what will be not start with not starting with a dot. It will match starting with a dot.
So the plus symbol there, plus symbol means one or more occurrences.
More occurrences, yes.
So it just won't start with any number of occurrences of dot.
Hmm. It will match the first one, the first thing that is in the square bracket, that is the negation of a dot, and one or more occurrences of it until the end of line.
So there will not be there will be no
There will
dots,
not
right?
be any dot.
Yeah.
So the difference between star and plus is plus.
Star is for zero or more occurrences. Plus is for one or more occurrences.
Yes, sir. Of the preceding character.
Yes, of the preceding character that we are referring to. So what all will be the correct options for this?
A will be correct, an empty line,
Yeah.
and a line without a dot.
Yes.
So here,
What would F?
3 comma something gives the number of occurrences, sir.
At least three.
at least three. So it'll be a line containing
Only four.
only four consecutive numbers.
Yes.
Not only four. It can be more than four also. No?
Yes, sir.
But it is we are ending it.
Ending it, right? Okay. Yes.
We are restricting it at the start, at the end.
So there can be only 3 digits, right?
Yeah, there can be only 3 digits. Yes.
So this option is not correct.
No, it is because one digit plus three or more.
Where is one digit? I think there is
One
You're
digit
starting
is
with a digit.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
the
and this three
bracket.
means three more occurrence of the same.
Of that thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, okay. Then it will the line containing only four consecutive number is correct, right?
Yeah.
So, sir, the second one, the digit starts with a digit, so that is one occurrence, and then bracketed 3 comma. It states more 3 occurrence of the digit, so it is 1 plus 3 and it ends, right? That is what it means.
Yeah. It should just have this three occurrences of that.
But if there was
Just
no
3
dollar, then it will be three or it can be
Yeah.
three and more, four or more, right?
Because we have that comma in the
Yeah.
patterns like that number space.
So the curly bracketed 3 means it will have only 3 occurrences, and the starting the up arrow means it'll have one starting. It'll start with a digit,
Digit. Yeah.
and then 3 occurrences of a digit, and then it ends.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it means, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Sir, wouldn't that include the digit also, sir?
I'm sorry.
Like three occurrences of any digits, any
Yeah.
including the first digit also.
Like that will have the first digit is there and then the three occurrences of that.
Oh, okay.
What if there was no comma after the 3?
Then it will just match the three occurrences.
Okay.
And that is only starting and ending with a digit.
Yeah.
Nothing in the middle or anything else in the
So A, F, and G are the correct options. Is this clear? We will move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one question, this I just checked the mail. The previous recordings they are coming of May. So the recordings of day before and yesterday will be in the discourse.
Okay, they are of May. Okay, I'll check. Yeah, but the recordings are there on Discourse. Dated recordings
Okay.
are there. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the
No,
previous.
no, they are previous recordings only.
Like
Yeah, yesterday and day before yesterday. Session one I checked, and session two also I saw half. Yeah.
I'm getting end term May.
Which one here? End term PYQ, when you click, no? Session 1, 2 will be the last two sessions.
I'll I'll share the
I,
resources link again.
It's loaded 10 hours ago only.
Yeah, they both were uploaded simultaneously.
Yeah.
then the heading must be wrong in that.
Yeah, heading is May 23. I think that is for the term. Term is May, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
May means the
Okay.
term.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
it's correct only.
Yeah. It's correct, sir. It's my mistake.
Yeah, it's all right. We can move on to discussion.
Sir, since you're talking about previous term question, I
Yeah.
was able to find one end term paper from December. Where can we find previous term end term papers, or are they available?
Like they are in your in where whatever term that you have given it is same only. Last terms, your question papers, whatever there were, just you can go through them. They are the same.
Last term's end term I didn't save them. Did anyone?
I've posted a link in the chat box. It has all the papers.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
That's from 2020.
So is the question clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
So what all will be the correct answers for this?
Sir, this greppo part, wherever,
Yeah.
I mean, a word, if that has that particular slash, iter, slash, that entire word will be,
No, no. Whatever you are matching will only be printed that.
that line will be printed.
Only that. Minus O in grep will print only the matches. It is written here. Only the matches that are not, but not the entire line. Suppose you are grabbing up three character thing, then it will just like match the three characters and not the entire line.
How does iter work, sir? I mean, this proper, I mean, it prints out if iter is there or not.
Yeah, basically grep minus o, what it will do, it will for I in echo dollar line. So we are there's this file data in our like current working directory which we are using the while loop in. It will read every line, then in that line for that particular line it will echo that line. Echo will do like it will check for it using grep. So grep will check for that iter character in that line.
So is it C and D?
Sir, I
So it
in
will
my
count the
character
instances of
number,
iter.
I'm sorry.
It will count the instance of iter in that till that
Yeah,
point.
it will just match if that line has that iter or not.
Iter count.
Yeah. Is this clear, Vishal?
It
uh,
replaces iter with the
for
count of in that line. Then
Yeah, later then it will like replace the first instance of iter
it
because
goes
we
with
are not
single slash.
single slash. Yeah,
Yeah.
first instance of iter with the dollar count variable. So yeah, Vishal,
When
is
we are
it clear, Vishal?
so this for loop
Yeah.
for I in echo dollar line, that means that every for each character.
Each, no, not character. See, grab will only work in files, or we are echoing it and giving it as an input using pipes. So since this line is not a file, it's a like string, right? So we have to first echo it and get that pipe that output to the grab command to match it. We cannot give like a single line as an input to grab. So that's why we are first echoing that line and then piping its output to grab command for doing the pattern matching. And if it
Yes,
matches the pattern, then the exit status will be zero and it will go on ahead.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It will only do the for loop in which these that is correct. That exists exit successfully.
Yes, sir.
So, sir, in the while loop, if there is a line, suppose this is something, so the line does not contain the word iter, right? So the
Yeah,
for loop won't run for that line.
yeah. For it because it won't have anything in it. It will just
Okay,
skip it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So grep here is basically like a checking condition or something. So if grep minus or does not find that iter thing,
Yeah.
it is null, and it so the for loop doesn't run and count doesn't get incremented.
Yeah.
And if there is a line, suppose there is iter present, like if
Mm.
this is the line, so grep will match the iter thing, and then the for loop will run and count will increment.
Yeah.
And could you explain the iter replaced with dollar count, like how does that thing works, how does that syntax works?
Like I told, like the how the search and replace words with that shell variables, right
Okay,
before
okay,
this question. Yeah.
Single slash means
So
only
just
okay,
one.
okay.
single slash is just checking for the pattern that is there once for the first
First
occurrence of it,
occurrence, first occurrence.
and
Okay.
then replacing it with the count variable that we have just
Oh,
incremented.
okay, so for the iter that is present in that line, it just replaces the iter word with the count,
Count,
the
yeah,
dollar count
count,
variable.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So A will be correct for sure.
Uh, like A is not correct, but like I'll
No?
I'll go now.
But C will replace every occurrence.
Yeah, no, C at the end of the total.
And D, yeah, C will be right, and I think D will also be right, sir.
Yeah, C and D are the correct options.
Right, right.
So, can you explain, Vivek, how the D option is correct?
So it is actually doing the same thing. It is replacing the ITER with that particular account,
Yeah,
but it's doing it through this said
yeah,
substitution.
yeah.
Only once because there's no G there. So it's
Hmm?
only the first. It is only
Yeah.
doing the first because there's no G.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this grep q minus will just not print anything. It shows, it will just print the exit, just negate the condition or like not negate it. So grep minus q will just print if it is there or not, the just the exit status, so that the while loop may work on.
So it's basically true or false.
Yeah, basically yes.
What are the correct options?
C and D.
Sorry,
So
I
when
didn't
we're
get
doing
that.
the file, the for loop,
Yeah.
what exactly are we getting as I?
I
We are only
is
getting the iter string. Also, because in the for loop, there is a, I don't know what is it called, quote kind of thing before the echo and after. So that thing is the whole command is running at once.
yeah, that is that means that that string that is there in that, whatever the output of that command is, it will be interpreted in that in part.
Okay, so that's why we are getting every occurrence of iter and not just
Yeah.
the first occurrence.
So the it will get the, if there is iter in it, if I in iter, we are not doing anything with the I, we are just running the for loop with it. We are not doing anything with that I, dollar I. We are just checking if it is present in that line or not. If it is, then just increment the counter and then change it to the line and the counter. And after that, after once the this whole thing is over, this echo the line.
It will just pick one iter from the whole thing, right?
I'm
Only
sorry.
only one occurrence of the iter.
Yeah,
And why? Can you please explain again?
like see, in the in which the first script, right, in the for loop part. See,
Yes.
we are searching for a single iter. If we want in the dash variable, I just in the previous question I told, for matching every occurrence of that we use double slash. Dollar. If we were to do that here, I'll just share it in chat. We would have done with double slash
Where?
before iter.
She's asking about the for loop, how for
I'm
loop is.
asking the just one iter it is searching. That is what I'm saying. Not
Yeah.
this one. I'm saying okay, so it will grab it and only change the first occurrence.
First occurrence of iter in that particular line.
If you want to change all occurrence, it should
All
be
occurrence double slash. I wrote it in chat too for double slash. Yes, Himadri.
This is technically changing the all occurrences. I mean, because we are running it in a for loop.
But it will do that in that line only, and it will not change every occurrence of it. See, the for loop is just for iterating over that particular line only. For I in that particular line that has iter.
Okay, so let's take an example of a line which has, let's say, 3 occurrences of iter.
Yeah.
So for loop should run 3 times.
No. It will run only once, because it will, if it will go and increment the counter, and then it will check for the yeah, because it will have
That's where
it will go 3 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Counts will get
one
incremented
one
thrice.
in place of the iter. Like first, then it's one. Second, it will put two.
Yeah, then it will increment the counter. Yes, that is the part of that for loop. Yes.
Yeah.
But in a single instance of that for loop, it will change at once only one part.
So it'll increment it. I mean, it'll change the value to 3 for the last iter. where the line is getting where iter
I'm
is being replaced by the count, what will it replace with three or one? With the
If
first
it's
occurrence or the
if
last
it's
one?
first, then one. If it's second, then second. If it's third, then third.
It will just keep
Right.
on looping.
If it is three times, if iter
If it's
is
third
three
iter,
times
then it will be
repeated.
three. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Sir, and at the end, like
Yeah.
whatever iters are present in it, it will replace the first occurrence of iter.
I'm sorry, I couldn't catch that.
There are five iter in one line.
Yeah.
The first iter will be replaced by five.
Like the for loop will match. See, it will go for the first line. It will go into that line and check if it has iter. Then increment the counter. Change only the first occurrence of that. Only the first occurrence that it has. Then check it again. If it has, because it is in the for loop, it will check again in that particular line only. If it is, still has iter in it, then increment the counter and then like do replace it with that count. Then if it has five occurrence, right, it will go on to again, it will go to the for loop again. If it has again an iter part, then increment the counter and change it with that count number.
So what will happen is first iter will be replaced by one, but the count will
One.
be five.
Yeah, count will be one. Then it will go again in the for loop. It will go increment the counter to two, replace it with the number two, then exit the exit and go again with the for loop with that I in echo line. If it has still has that third occurrence of iter, then it will again increment the counter, change the third occurrence of iter with number three, then go until it completely does that.
So, so just for clarity, if the first line has say four iters, like someone was saying,
Yeah,
and the second line has one iter,
yeah.
so the second line iter will be replaced by five, number five, right?
Yeah, total number of occurrences, yes, because it is maintaining the counter, right?
Right. Okay. It's clear then.
Is it clear with everyone then?
Clear, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Sir, could you like just go back to that slide for a second? I just wanted to ask that what will be the value of I? So like if the line is this is something, so for every iteration, I matches with every word of that line.
I matches, see, it will have the output of this command of I in that. So basically, what is it that it will check if that iter string is still there in that line. If it is still there in that line, it will increment it. If once it is done replacing all the instances with the count variable, it will be completed with the done part and the echo line will be printed.
Okay, so the for loop runs as long as there is the iter word in that
Yeah,
line,
yeah.
and it terminates as soon as we have replaced all the iters by the counts there.
Count, yeah, number of count of that iter.
Okay, 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 sir.
Can you tell like when I comment this echo dollar line, then it is not printing anything.
When you
Like if we don't put this echo dollar line, then it is not printing anything.
because grep only takes input as a standard, whether from a file or as a like from a command. So the output of this echo line, basically we cannot, this line is a variable, it is a string, so it is not a file that we can operate directly grep on. So we have to first echo that line and pass its output to grep command to match.
Okay, and again after the for loop, outside the for loop,
Yeah,
we put echo dollar line
yeah.
to print.
Yeah, to print the new line that we have created without any iter string in it, but the count in it.
Okay, the one in the for condition, it will
दूर
be
में
used
दूर
for
में
printing.
हर
I'm sorry.
No,
please
we also give echo line and grep in the
community
for loop
deficiency
condition also, right? Or I in echo dollar line grep, we are giving echo two times. No, that's why.
Echo, no, we are not giving it two times. We you see, it will just the see in itself the command is echo. So that could you turn off your mic? That could you turn off your mic?
So I think people are getting confused with this echo because the
Wait. See the
cat-
yeah yeah 10 minutes.
so this character that we use, right, below escape,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
instead of that, if we used a dollar in that bracket, we'd think of
It
that
would.
as a command with the number of items, right?
Yeah, it is basically the same thing only. We can use it interchangeably.
But now I understand. So first I didn't see that command.
Okay.
Now I
Okay.
saw that.
Hello. I'm sorry. I got disconnected. Share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello. Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying that because of that character, I didn't see that entire thing as one single command. I thought I in echo line, which means
Okay. Yeah, that would like because the
entire command.
quality of it is low. I just screenshot pasted the screenshot of that thing in here.
No, now it's clear, sir.
So is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm back.
Yeah.
Sir, I mean, what are the answers for this question? C and D, right?
C and D. Yeah.
So in the option B, there is a grep
Yeah.
command, right? So what is the input to the grep command?
Grab command is just checking for that iter thing in your current file.
But we have not mentioned the file, right? I mean, we have to
So
give some input to the grep command, right?
yeah, like that input is given to it. Like it is not present here, but like the input is just there. So it's the problem with the option actually.
Okay. And also there is a set command, right?
Yeah,
Uh, so it will search and replace all the iter or just the first one.
just one because it is in the file loop for a while loop, right? So it will go on again and again until it stops matching it in that line.
So the while loop loops
Will work.
every line.
Yeah,
Okay, so okay, it iterates the every line in the
yeah,
file.
yeah. Is it clear with everyone then?
Yes.
We can move on to the next one. No, 10 won't be the answer. You can like use for loop in your local terminal and check it out.
Sir, this echo is outside the if loop, sir.
Yeah, if statement, it is outside the if
It
space.
means if the value is it doesn't matter because whatever happens, this echo will be printed every 10, I mean 10 times.
Yeah, it will continue. The no, what will the continue will do? It will skip the rest of it and then move on again with the next iteration of for loop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So continuous, like it'll skip, it'll move on to the next iteration and not to the next part of
not
it.
process everything else. What is there after that?
And there is one option that I saw which was exit. What is that?
Exit. It will completely exit.
Will it exit the if loop or the for loop, sir?
It will completely exit the whole loop.
So,
Continue will move on to the next iteration of the for loop.
yes, sir.
Is 4 the answer?
Yeah, 4 is the correct answer. Can you explain this to everyone then?
Yes, sure, sir. So should I go ahead or should I wait for some time?
Uh, like anyone else want to try it out?
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah,
Like it will the first of all the outer loop will run for 1 to 10.
yeah,
Okay, and then like we suppose I will be 1 to 10. Then for
yeah,
every 1 to 10, F will get a value 1.
yeah,
And whenever I is divided by 3, then divided by 3, and then the F will become 0. So the values which are 3, 6, and 9, F
yeah,
will be 0.
yeah,
It will stop there and then it will go to the next. So whenever F is equal to 1, so F will be equal to 1 for whatever values not divided by 3.
yeah,
So it will be 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. And then for this loop to be, F should be 1 and I should be greater than 5. So all the
yes,
values above 5 have been neglected. So we only are left with 1, 2, 4, and 5, which is 4 times it will echo the stars.
yeah. Is this clear with everyone then?
No, sir. The second if is not clear.
See,
I'm, yeah.
yeah,
May I
uh,
try?
yeah. Go on, Siddharth.
Okay, so this basic, I'll start from the beginning.
Yeah,
So the loop runs for like 1 to 10.
yeah,
There are two conditions for the for the line to print. We have to like pass. We have to get the false thing for both the if conditions. If both
yeah.
of the if conditions are false, then only we print
F is
the
like a
three stars
flag,
thing.
right?
F is like a flag. Yes.
Huh. So for anything, we just initialize f to 1. So let's take the so when I is equals to 1, the first thing will be false. I mod 3 is equals to 0 because
Yeah,
it is not equal to 0. Then it continues. So it goes to the next thing, and so I f does not change the value because the first one was false. The
yeah,
first if condition was false. I the value of f doesn't change. It remains 1.
yeah,
And in the second if statement, the first condition that f is equal to 1, that is true. And f is not greater than 5, that is also true.
F is greater than 5, not greater
If,
than. It is
sorry, if
greater than.
greater than 5, that is not true. So it continues again, and then it goes to print the echo the three stars thing. Otherwise, it goes to the loop again and like continues with the next number.
If that thing matches, if that condition matches, then only it will continue. It will iterate to the next. It will go to the next for loop part and not echo it.
Exactly. So,
Yeah,
like for 1, this condition fails, right? 1
yeah,
is not greater than 5.
yeah,
It fails. That is why it echoes the start thing and
yeah.
then goes to the next
Line.
number.
Yeah.
This happens for like every number. So the condition is it should not be divisible by 3. The number should not be divisible by 3.
Uh-huh.
It should be less than 5.
It should be
So
greater than 5.
No, it will print the stars only for if it is less than
Yeah,
five, right?
it will go to the next continue then. Yeah.
So from 1 to 10, only four numbers satisfy this. That is 1, 2, 4, and 5. For every other number, either of the if statement will pass and it will continue to the next number.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Is this clear with everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So it will double the amount of numbers there are.
Yeah. Is the question clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
No, can you explain the questions?
Basically, there is an input file uh, that is given to the following stat script that is written there, and it has it has 100 characters in it, and among them 47 of them are numbers, 0 to 9 numbers, single digit numbers only. How many characters will be in the output after execution of the following script? Assume that you are using ERA. You don't have to escape
So
the.
the character means all the character or just numbers? So like everything. Now here there are just 47 numbers and 53 like characters, like alphabets or something. So we
Yeah,
have to consider those 53 as well in the final answer, right?
yeah, all the characters.
Okay.
How many characters will be there in the output?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Is the answer by any chance 335?
No, like that is not the thing.
No. Okay. No, that
Yeah,
is not correct. Okay.
yeah.
Is it 145, sir?
No, it's not 145. Like, can you explain how did it get to that?
So there are 53 non-numbered characters.
Yeah.
So 47 is 94.
Okay.
94 plus the first command just doubles the number of characters, no, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
So 94 will be the total number of characters, and the second command, I don't think it does anything because it's just replacing the same characters with themselves.
Okay. Himatri, can you explain your solution? Why is it 147?
Character will also include spaces, right?
Like characters, yeah, characters is just characters. It doesn't matter. The data file has only 100 characters in it, and out of 47 there are. So you just have to take that the input has 100 character, whatever it would be.
Okay, so for my explanation,
Yeah.
um, we are just searching for any number, and we are making it into a group, and then we are replacing that number with two occurrences of the same number.
Yes.
And in the next line, what we're doing is we're searching for uh, two occurrences of a same number. Like, so we'll be matched with. So the second line actually isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
It's the, yeah, it's not changing and replacing anything. So the total characters before was 53 plus 47, 53 non-number characters. So that will be there, plus 47 that were already there, and we are doubling it in the first line, so plus 47.
Yeah. So the 147 is the correct answer, and that is like what it exactly is doing.
We did the addition.
Could you repeat it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hemant, go on.
Explanation for the second line.
For the second,
Yeah, go on.
so let's say in your first line there was a number 1. So we changed that number, we replaced that number 1 with 2 occurrences of 1. So that is now 1 and 1. In the second line, we are searching for a number 0 to 9. And then you see that we're back referencing 1 in the search pattern only. So we are searching for 2 similar numbers together. In the first line, we were making similar occurrences of the same number. And then in the second line, we're searching for those occurrences. And then we're replacing it with the first number itself. So we are not changing anything. So let's say you found an occurrence of 2 and 2 together from the search pattern. And in the replace pattern, we are just back referencing the first number. So we are again replacing it with 2 and 2. So nothing is getting changed.
Okay, understood. So basically the search thing, it nullifies itself.
Yes.
No, I'm not. Can you just take an example for the first line? Say if the number 2 is occurring in the first one, we are replacing it by 1 and 1, right?
No. So let's say you have a character, you have a string like 2A.
Okay.
So you're first of all searching for a number in that. So you found a 2. And you
Right.
have also created a group for that 2.
Right.
Now, to replace it, we are replacing it with the same number, with the same group
Right.
again. So
Right.
you're after the first line, your output would be 22A, 22A. Now,
2
in the
to A,
second line,
right.
yeah,
Right.
in the second line, you're searching for a number again, and you're also back referencing it in the same search pattern again. So you're now technically searching for a number which repeats itself. So like 20, you're searching for 22, 11, 33, something like that.
Right. Right.
Now,
Right.
because when you were back referencing it, you only took the first number. So when you're replacing it, you're just replacing it with 2, 2 again, and not 22, 22.
Okay. Clear. Clear. Thank you.
All right. Is this clear with everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next last question.
So in this, basically you are subtracting every x and y two columns.
Yeah.
You're subtracting the average of the column 1 and column 2 from every number. So 5 minus the average of the column 1 and 6 minus the average of column 2. Similarly, 3 minus the average of column 1. And you're doing it for all of them.
Yeah.
And then what you're doing is you are, for each number, you're subtracting from the average and taking the square of it.
Yes.
So this is, and then you are dividing and you're multiplying these two and dividing by that numerator, which was the subtraction of the averages of column of 1 and 2, 1 into 2 divided by their square. So it's something like the coefficient, correlation coefficient, something like that kind of a formula is there.
Yeah.
So they'll involve calculation. So basically, I'll have to take average of these two columns and subtract it from each item. Take the multiply them together,
Yeah.
then subtract it from the average of the mean, multiply it together, and divide the numerator and the denominator. So come out with the answer.
Yeah. This is purely like the calculation based only.
Right.
Yeah.
Sir, how is the input going into the script, sir?
We're using this head of feature, which is just passing the literal string using that less than, double less than, and treating that the string that we are passing as a file. So we are giving two end of files, and we are giving it as with space separated. What these are records. So five. First line is 5 in space 6. 3 space 4, so this is in itself is considered as a file, so we
How
do not
is
have to explicitly pass a file.
why are we giving first TOF, sir?
Like it is for like the style that we are like we are having that end of file at the this whatever thing is in between EOF, it is our input.
Oh, okay, yes, sir.
What is the answer?
The answer is 1 actually.
And sir, this for loop for I in X.
Yeah.
What does X here mean, sir?
X is here the array that we have created with the number of record as our key, and the value as the first dollar, that the first field,
Yes.
$1. That is our X. X is our array, associative array.
So in the end,
Sir,
we'll get
was
one
this
correct.
solved?
No,
I
like
mean,
I want you to solve this. This is just a simple
is
computation.
the ans- is the answer one?
Yeah, answer is one.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
How are you getting an answer as one? Like, what is the final value of num that you're getting?
Sorry.
What is the final value of num that you're getting?
Okay, the num, all the value, the num den x underscore 2 and den y underscore 2, all the values are 20.
Yes.
And then if you like
That is
do the last
multiplying.
computation,
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. I got my mistake.
yes.
So was this clear with everyone then?
Yes.
This is just purely a computation based only. This nothing has to do anything. It's just a use of associative array and a for loop.
Okay, so we won't be discussing anything new.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. I'll just. Is everyone
for
done
this.
with this question?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I will stop sharing then.
Sir, I know it's already like pretty late, but I had a doubt in one of the VM tasks. Could you address it now, or should I like join some of that?
Wait, I'll just end the stop the recording first.